Oh, boys, when Madden be broken, you need to look to a hero. And that is the glory of college football 25. And when you talk about what there is to do on college football 25, there's a whole lot of options. I've had this in the back pocket for a little bit. But there's no better option than going back to Ball State for another season. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. We're not done with these Cardinals. We'll never be done with these Cardinals until we hit the year limit, probably. This team hates me, despises me, but I still love them. A reminder, fresh reminder, the last time we played games with Ball State, we were, of course, in a beautiful position to make the conference title game, only to lose 3 of our last 4 games and miss out. Ball State, baby. That's what Ball State does. So we're going to be able to go through an off-season here. I don't remember what the hell we had going on recruitment-wise. It's been a little bit since we've done anything. Yeah, we are not done. We are not done with Ball State. If Madden wants to kick me in the balls, that's too bad, because only one team's allowed to kick me in the balls, and that's Ball State. And again, obviously, if you guys just missed it and you're like, what the hell, you're back on this? We got the biggest example of Madden zone coverage being broken that I've seen yet, and that has scared me away from that game for the time being. So, yeah. There's that. There is that. But it is Conference Championship Week. We're going to be able to sim through this. We'll take a look. I imagine with our record, we'll have ourselves a bowl game. But still, shout out to Boxy, by the way, on the lovely 5 months. You might call it a losing streak. Ball State players call it a vacation. It's a pretty good way to look at it, I would say. Pretty accurate way to look at it. Foxy, again, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. We get George Uwu. Welcome back, George. Happy to have you here. Lovely to have you here. We'll see where we go from here. We also got defensive tackle DeMarco Brown. Welcome in, DeMarco. And lose out on a couple of other players, but that is okay. Because, again, we got to refamiliarize ourselves with what's going on here in the first place. So we go through the fictional week 16 bye week. And we'll see what happens. We miss out on a couple more people. That's what happens. Of course. Of course. Your 2040. I forgot we were that far into it. Heisman winner is sophomore quarterback out of LSU, Tony Reed, with 3,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. As we draw the Nevada Wolfpack. The Myrtle Beach Bowl. First time we've ever gone to the Myrtle Beach Bowl. And hopefully we can get back to our winning ways in terms of some bowl victories if we are going to miss out on our promotion opportunities. Right? Right. So job offer-wise, we're not going anywhere. Bama wants us as an OC. Texas wants us as an OC. But obviously we're not going anywhere. We're already oh yeah, we're halfway through. We are halfway through. Absolutely. Did we lose either coordinator? We did not. And again, these two are both really, really good fits for what we have going on here. So we won't change anything about that. Which means we are pretty much good to look at how the season went, what the playoffs will be, and all that stuff for a team that failed horrifically. That went from 7-1 to 8-4 and missed the conference title game, including quarterback Booby Boy, who had a pretty good year. But again, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. We'll never be in the top division. That's a loser's mentality right there, my friend. That's a loser's mentality. We'll be fine. Rushing-wise, that's probably not good when our quarterback had more yards than our running back, Enrico Benito, who was honestly pretty good this year. There's a real shortage of rushing touchdowns, isn't it? Yikes. Nacho Man Sandy Ravage, though. Over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. What a season for the lone 3-star we have on the team. Who knows? I might cut him in the offseason. We'll see. Man Bun Jones didn't allow a single sack this year. Let's go. My God, our O-line play wasn't atrocious. Bobo Ryder didn't do too well at tackle. But now, of course, the good news is we waited long enough, or at least Madden delayed our return to this long enough, that we ended up getting the off-season fix and shit like that, which is really nice. So we'll be able to have a faster time setting this team up. 6.5 sacks from Mike Rain, 6 for Banana Split Connoisseur. Broke my back spinal. 4. 4 picks on the season. That's not good. Kicker went 12 of 13. 1 block. Aside from that, he was perfect. From a national perspective, top quarterback in terms of yardage. I can spare you the drum line for a little bit. Top quarterback, David West at Hawaii. Dude, freaking Hawaii. This entire run, they've been insane. Kevin Aguilar out of Georgia and Enrique Eakin at Troy all broke 4,000 yards. Touchdown leader was Tony Reed. 42 for Bill Catula at USC. Eakin had 41 and Aguilar with 40. Most interceptions, 21 for Syracuse Jr. Wade Brownlee. 2 running backs broke 1,000 yards. Quandre Chester at Michigan and Bart Carlisle at UConn. Shout out to Bart Carlisle. What a great name. Touchdown leader was Chester as well, with Jaron Law at Coastal. Michigan 13. Most fumbles, FIU's Derek Samuel and Washington State's Eric Boss, with 7 apiece. Reception king and yardage king looks to be Hawaii's Garrison Pope. While the touchdown leader with 19, ODU's Angel Scroggins. What a name. Go for set up there as well. Best old lineman in the country. Quite a few of them that did not allow a single sack this year, including Man Bun Jones. Worst offensive lineman was ODU's Joseph Very Polish. Congrats to Joseph. Defensively, tackle leader was Chaz Dwyer at Bama. The sack leader, so they still haven't fixed the stat sorting yet, which is annoying. Dusty, thank you for the 2 years. Keep taking your money. Well, that's not up to me. That is up to you. But I thank you regardless for the support. Dusty, how you been? How's life as a Buffalo sports fan? Spears 8 picks. Top kicker in terms of attempts made, Johnny Brutus at FIU. Fair enough. So let's take a look then. We know that there would have been no promotion relegations or anything like that, but let's see how these standings wound up. Independent status, your top 2 teams. Got a bit of controversy, don't we? Georgia Southern played 1 fewer game, but nothing happened, so technically they're going through. The Western Michigan Broncos have earned the right to move up in conference, as have Georgia Southern. Although some might say they cheated a little bit to do it. Conference USA sees Temple. Temple will go down with a 3-7 record. On the other side, Western Kentucky. 5-7 overall, 5-7 overall. Okay. Don't know if they would have played, so it'll be Temple down as the secondary. Western Kentucky down as the primary. Hopefully I've seen the last of Big Red. From the MAC, UConn, of course, made the conference title game. I'm guessing they won it as well. While South Florida were absolutely dreadful. Down they go at 1-9 in conference. In the Sun Belt, it'll come down to the head-to-head game between Virginia and Indiana at the very bottom. Let's go see who won that head-to-head game. Focusing on a cruise vacation. I have never been on a cruise. Part of me thinks it would be fun. The other part of me thinks Titanic. It was, And Virginia lost. And Virginia has to be the most underperforming program in this timeline, right? What happened with the Titans? Zone coverage is, in fact, broken as hell. So broken that it scared me away for now. We're talking like broken. All right, Utah State, Boise State. We got to look at that head-to-head as well. So we're going to be back on the CFB until that gets addressed, because I don't dare play knowing that things could happen. Like, you might as well not be playing defense broken. Yes. 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 It was that bad, yes. So, again, I don't want to potentially have that happen in a playoff game. So we'll take a break from it. Holy 4 and 8. Jesus Christ. I mean, when it's a 3-team tiebreaker, we normally go off of points as opposed to looking at all the head-to-heads. And off a point differential, it's UAB. That were absolutely atrocious. It'll be going down. Pac-12. Holy shit, the tiebreakers. It is going to be Louisville, though. But a slightly worse record. ECC ends up being Oklahoma State. So down go. How about them Cowboys? Down they go. Big 12, we got Kentucky, as they will get dropped. Big 10 is Wisconsin. Your mansion in Wisconsin. Down go Wisconsin. And at the top tier, it'll be between NC State and Miami. Right. NC State and Miami. Yeah, we literally had a guy in zone coverage run to the opposite side of the field. Completely ignore his zone coverage. He literally ran to the opposite side of the field. It was bad. It was bad. Enough to take me away from a team I was very hyped for. To say, you know what, we'll do this later. Tulsa have won Conference USA. Up the Golden Hurricane. App State win the Pac-12. App State is now a top 4 program in terms of tier. Texas Tech win the Big 12. UConn advance out of the MAC as we expected. Coastal over Miami in the Sun Belt. So Coastal now 2 tiers ahead of us. Washington win the top tier SEC. The Ragin' Cajun of Louisiana get back to tier number 6. Tulane head to tier number 5. USC win the Big 10. They're now a top tier program again. And Maryland Terps win the ACC. There we go. We know what all that will come down to. And let's get reacquainted with the boys on this roster as they get ready to take on some decent competition in Nevada. Again, quarterback, we'll be losing Booby Boy this season, which means either Crash Andrews, Cornhucker, or Harrison Balzano Chen could be lining up to be our QB next year. God, the running back situation was pretty dire. Rico Benito will be playing his last game here. But at least, again, we'll be able to kind of sort things out one more time. Don't touch my weenus, Pop. We'll be leaving after this next game. Not losing any tight ends, which is good. We are losing left tackle Shuby Bobo Rider, which, again, this was the best O-line we had ever had. Taste the Biscuit will still be here. The center, Ba Piamauf, is still going to be here. As is right guard Man Bun Jones. But we are losing the other tackle, Dragon Shield. Defensively, we're looking good. We are going to be losing Broke My Back Spinal. You know, on paper, actually, we might still be looking okay. We are losing middle linebackers Ashley Meeks and Mike Rain. But we might actually look okay after this. We're not losing any corners. We are losing Tiptoe and Emma Jordans at safety, as well as Julia Saunders. But we might actually make it through this. So if we can win this bowl game and head into this offseason, all of a sudden, because we took about a week or so away, all of a sudden we might have a little bit more optimism surrounding this team. That is, if we win the Myrtle Beach Bowl over the Nevada Wolfpack. And that's a pretty big if, knowing this team. Let's hope that Ball State gives us a warm welcome back. Let's hope, because, man, we need it after what we just saw elsewhere. Of course, the Myrtle Beach Bowl means we return to the teal turf that normally houses Coastal Kakalaki. Let's get the rare prediction up here. Get the rare prediction. Maybe not. We actually don't have enough time. Time for a reverse no touching. How dare you say that? We're going to win. We're going to win on the teal turf. Because it's not against Coastal. So we're going to win. It's very weird to be back with Ball State right now, I'll be completely honest, especially because this wasn't the plan. But Jesus Christ, I can't believe how broken coverage is in Madden. I can't believe it. Dude, if I show Mills that clip, he might have an aneurysm. So I don't know actually if I will put it out there on social media or anything like that. First quarter against Nevada, tomato. And it's scoreless, but they are looking likely to put up points. Don't kill Mills. I like Mills too much to kill. Let's see, 3-3 is the score at halftime. An absolute barn burner in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Make that 10-3. Oh, shit. 13-3. Oh, my God. No. 24 unanswered points in the third quarter. Jesus Christ. This is why we left. This is what they do. We need to score 24 points in the fourth. Holy shit. Dude, we were looking good too. And then out of nowhere, it just fell apart. Oh my God. I was like, okay, we're allowing some yards, and then all of a sudden, bam, turnover. Time to spam 4 verts. Have you ever thought that maybe you're the problem and you're cursed? Every day of my life. Fumbles the football. They missed it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs.
Oh my God, dude. EA football games. We had right bumper wide open, and right as I tried to throw to him, whoop. And then 2 players getting each other's way. Booby boy recovers. It's 4th and 23. No problem. No problem on 4th and 23. We got it.
He'll try to toss it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's batted away in the 4th down play.
Well, we are going to lose the Myrtle Beach Bowl unless an absolute miracle occurs. Oh, Madden's stalking us? That's a good way to put it. Oh my God, 24 unanswered points for Nevada. It was 3-3 at halftime.
They bring him down and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding.
This is just the football games just don't like me very much, do they? Football games really don't like me in this generation, do they? At least Mo Bamba's back. The Bamba. Tomato to Mamba. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college.
Remember what I said about getting back some hope and optimism from winning the Myrtle Beach Bowl?
They are still scoring.
They have put up 31 unanswered points. 31.
Punching it in for the touchdown.
We might as well try to return it because we need a miracle. Yeah, it looks like the boys still can't block on kick returns. Good to know. We literally just need to go Hail Marys here. We just need to go Hail Mary. Somebody's got to get open.
Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because
Intercepted! Off a tip ball. I don't have a white flag to wave, but we will go ahead and accept the loss as Nevada kicks the shit out of us in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. 41-10, your final score. We're back, baby. It's like we never fargan left. That's the Ball State I remember. Losing 4 of their last 5 games to not win a conference title and to miss out on a bowl victory. That is the Ball State that I remember. Holy God. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you don't love that, you don't love Ball State football. Exactly. Let's take a look at the, not the top 25, but let's take a look at the playoff bracket, which we haven't done yet. Let's see, it was LSU over Boston College, BYU over Colorado State, Georgia Tech over UConn, and USC over Tulane. App State over LSU, Texas Tech over BYU, Washington over Georgia Tech, and USC over Maryland, bringing us to our final 4. Tremendous. Cock and Ball State torture. Yeah. Yeah, that's fitting. I'll be intrigued to see how much our grades there are impacted after losing that last game. We do get offensive tackle Tavon Wells. Welcome in, Tavon. Welcome to the torture. As your national title game will be the USC Trojans against the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. I don't know if Texas Tech have won one. I definitely know USC hasn't won in this timeline. Our pro potential drops. Our conference prestige goes up, which is nice. Coach prestige actually went up. Okay. I mean, our pro potential dropped, but everything else actually went up. As the USC Trojans have won the national title in 2040. Bless them. Bless them. Good for them. All right, well, let's finally leave that season behind us, shall we? We're not going to lose any players to transfers, which is nice, but obviously we just went over who the seniors were, and there weren't even that many. But we're finally back to actually having an appropriate player movement phase for off seasons, which is really nice. So let's take a look. Draft results, we know nobody went pro for us. No, that's a lie. Even though our pro potential went down, Shuby Bobo Ryder, left tackle, 7th round pick. Good on him. Wish my pro potential was still higher, though. So far this year, we have brought in how many dudes? The answer seems to be a good amount. At least 16. It is 16. Okay. So we're only going to focus on the portal then and only try to bring in top talents. First and foremost, any 1-stars for shits and giggles. There are a couple. Kevin Guardado out of North Texas. Western Kentucky's Carl Roth. UTEP's Kike Fahoko. Michigan State's Jason Anelli. And Tulsa's Vernon Masterson. What about the 2-stars? Ones we actually care about. There might be a lot, actually. Iowa quarterback Isaiah Butte, Demarius Sloman of UAB, Monroe's James Cordero, and Ramon Trapp out of Navy. For running back, Sam Houston's Marvin Aikman, Dean Roche of Iowa State, and Pittsburgh's Jeff Camarda. 2 fullbacks, Coastal Carolina's Ezekiel Meekins, Air Force's Jermaine Earl. There's actually a lot of transfers this year. Wideouts, James Madison's Braden Cherry, Mississippi State's Devin Ferris, and Alex Rodriguez of Monroe. No tight ends. 2 tackles, though, Louisville's Mike Blank and Utah State's CJ Vincent. Okay. So for now, I think we can remove the 1-stars. That seems fairly obvious. We have more than enough people to focus on. We stopped at left tackle. Are there any guards we can add to the list, or I guess tackles in general? For guards, a prospect list. That's not what we want. We want the 2-star portal options. Boise State's Roderick Gentry, Georgia Southern's Alex Cormier. And at center, Notre Dame's David Toncho and Kevin Speaks out of Navy. So Navy's losing quite a few people. So let's take a look then. Isaiah Boutte. And actually, you know what? Demarius Sloman is a junior. Let's look at Isaiah Boutte. 93 throw power, 81 speed. We're definitely interested. Demarius Sloman, only 86 throw power as a junior. I'm going to say no. Even if the accuracy is great, he just doesn't have the arm. James Cordero, 89 throw power, 77 speed. I think I'm going to say no. At least not top priority. And Ramon Trapp, 88 speed, has better awarenesses, but again, the lack of throw power. Boutte is definitely the top target because we need to scout out other people. Marvin Aikman at running back. What's that speed rating? 86 with 91 acceleration. I mean, that's a pretty damn good power back. Definitely interested. What about Dean Roche? 88 speed. Has winning time as a mental, but no other abilities. It's okay. And then Jeff Camarda. 89 speed, couple of mentals, no abilities. He's not bad. He's not bad. We might end up adding those quarterbacks back. We'll see. The fullbacks. We already brought in a 2-star fullback, but if these guys are sick, they could always be tight ends. Let's see. Ezekiel Meekins. 76 speed, 72 blocking. I don't even think he'd be that... I mean, he's really short to be a tight end as well. He's not god-awful, but he's not good enough. What about Jermaine Earl? 84 speed, 79 carrying. He's not that bad. I think, again, also... like, someone that we might look at if we lose other players off the board. Braden Cherry at wideout. 94 jumping, but only 85 speed. Does have platinum recoup. You'd be a little bit undersized to be a tight end. To be honest, not digging it. I mean, the 94 jumping, 84 spec catch, it's literally just throw and go with like an aggressive catch type every time. He's also a junior, so. Devin Ferris, 92 speed, has silver takeoff. That is an absolute target. A-Rod. What do we got for A-Rod? 86 jumping, 91 speed. There we go. He's a better version of the guy that we took off the list. At tackle, Mike Blank. Mr. Webster, hello. I'll explain in a second. Only 80 strength for this guy. His blocking's all okay, but he's also a junior. I'm going to say no. CJ Vincent, 88 strength. That is absolutely a yes. Guard, Roderick Gentry. 82 speed as a guard. 85 pass block power, 79 strength. I mean, like, as an agile lineman, yeah, he's not that bad. Again, his run block isn't that good. This is just a weird player. He's just a really weird player. And what about Alex Cormier? Only 75 strength. I'm I'm going to say no to that. Oh, cowbell, how I missed you. We'll take out David Toncho because he's a junior. Shifty, what's up, man? How was the trip? He returned just in time for me to have to abandon ship on Madden. What are the odds? Middle East is wild. I'll take your word for it, because I can't imagine that's a trip I'll ever make. Unless NHL esports takes off in Qatar. Let's see. The defensive ends. Wisconsin's Rudy Hurtado. Ari Jowers out of Charlotte. Tyreek Butt, he's a junior. Daniel Nasir-Ladine. What the hell? Trip everyone should take his hell of experience. I believe you. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm sure the travel back was a fun time. Kenyon Berlin at defensive tackle. A couple of younger linebackers. Did have a junior there. Going through it. I can imagine. Thankfully, only imagine. All right. Let's see. Rudy Hurtado. 88 strength, 84 pursuit, 77 power moves. Yes, please. And we are just not going to have time to look at everybody this week. We are not going to have time. Which is pretty typical. Let's just send out a whole bunch of scholarship offers. And we know we won't get the vast majority of these guys anyway. So, let's sort by... Go back, sort by just outright interest. Some extra points on the guys at the top. And then I'll explain to everybody why we switched away from Madden. Which is funny because the timelines for me between like when I was playing Madden, when I was playing college football, it's going to be interesting for the YouTube side to track in 2025. Extra points. Some of these guys at the bottom that we are not currently in first for. There we go. That's the first week in the book. But yeah, allow me to showcase to everybody what was my breaking point for Madden. At least for now, right? Temporarily. Temporarily. So, spoiler alert, right? Spoiler alert. We are doing a run with the Titans. We picked this play, not a playoff game or anything, so don't worry about that. You could see me controlling one linebacker on the left in a hook curl, and you notice the other linebacker on the right also in a hook curl. Watch the linebacker on the right side of the screen and what he does on this play. Did you see it? Watch that linebacker on the right the second the ball is snapped. Just runs to my side of the field and leaves the target wide open. I am officially on the side of things that, yes, indeed, zone coverage in Madden is a little bit broken right now. So hence, Ball State. Because I'll be damned if we get into a playoff situation, God forbid a Super Bowl, and that happens. That might be it for old Thugie. That might be it for me. At that point, that might be the day that I quit. I have questions that I know can't be answered. Yep. It wasn't the easiest decision to say, hey, I'm done with this for now, but it was the right decision. It was the right one. That's just horseshit. I mean, literally, that's unacceptable. You know, and again, like, I'm playing in an offline franchise setting. I cannot imagine being a comp player in Madden right now, where they already have tournaments going on and stuff. I cannot imagine being a comp player in Madden in general, but especially under those circumstances. of not knowing if you're going to have a defender, just say fuck it and leave. You know? Like, that's... I can't imagine. I just can't imagine trying to have confidence in the game. Oh, Krug, it's not even a matter of, like, how haven't they fixed it yet? It's like, how is it that broken out of the gates? Like, that is insanity. And I can't even say it properly. It's just the level. I just can't compute the level. All right, looks like anybody we could possibly go after is already on our list. Cool. So let's take a look at the players that we haven't scouted yet. Starts off with this defensive tackle, Kenyon Berlin, and his 89 strength. That is an absolute continue to target. Ben Tuggle at linebacker. Good speed, good pursuit. Can't play zone worth a damn. Block shedding isn't great. That's probably... I want to say more of a defensive end, but the block shedding's so mid. Fabian Hicks. Good zone coverage. Okay. Not the fastest in the world, but... Some of these linebackers end up being a little bit weird. Middle linebacker, Bohannon. Definitely not a middle linebacker with that speed. He's more of a defensive end. We're going to have to double check over some of these guys. Let's get out George Ogbu for the hell of it. So one more look here so we know what points we want to put onto these players. Isaiah Abute has the throw power, has the speed. That is definitely somebody we want to target. The running back, Dean Roche, doesn't have the crazy speed. Fortunately, the power back we wanted locked us out already. The MVP bundle and everything. MVP bundle and everything I see about Madden, I just refuse to touch it. That's not a bad way to go about things right now. This guy's not bad, given he's a power back, though. We put him on 10, not quite the full 25 at the moment. The two fullbacks. Always put him at tight end. Gotta be honest, I think I'm just gonna take them both off the list, though. We don't need that many numbers. Braden Cherry at wideout. Again, wasn't the fastest, had the crazy jumping. I don't know how I feel about this player, but he's also a junior. Yeah, let's get him out of there. General Booty's quarterback, one in Monroe. Good man. A good man right there. Kevin Speaks on the O-line. Isn't bad. It's not bad. Then defensive end, Rudy Hurtado. One more look at you. Defensive end, he's got the strength, he's got the power moves. That's good little play. Madden changing the camera without the option to go back to the old ones wild. I do agree. I had kind of gotten used to it. But I agree, like, not being able to see as much of the field as we've been accustomed to seeing for years and years, also an interesting choice. He's got the strength, he's got the finesse moves. Definitely want to focus on Kenyon Berlin. Linebacker Ben Tuggle. Just don't like the lack of block shedding. Can't play zone. I don't like him. And then Hicks can at least play zone, but doesn't have the speed. But also has the block shedding boost, so keep him on 5. Middle linebacker, Donovan Bohannon. Could be an edge rusher. He's all right. And George Ogbu. Oh, we don't know just how good he's going to be at getting past people. Leave him on 5 for now. And that was that. Okay. So, sorting by interest. We liked the 25 for him. Let's put 25 on him. 10 on you. 25 here. And here. And here. Actually, we're going to be able to do a A lot more than that from the looks of it. We have a lot more points at this stage than I remembered. But yeah, that Madden play was just so broken that I just can't overlook it. Like, I can't have the confidence to actually play that game right now without thinking, like, oh, is that going to happen in an even more important situation? And, I do my best now. You know, I've gotten a bit older. I've matured a little bit. I do my best now to avoid situations with video games that I know are going to get me angry. Hence why we're back on this game. Not that Ball State doesn't have a history of disappointing the shit out of me, because they do. But it's a different level of disappointment. It's a different level of frustration, you know? A little bit different. And we're going to be able to get a lot of these guys onto more points than I was expecting. Kind of nice. Given that they are the best players left on the board. Cool beans, cool beans. So again, we couldn't win that bowl game to get a decent bit of momentum going, but we're going to be looking all right in every other way. Do sliders help at all? No. No, that's something that sliders can't change, can't affect, unfortunately. I wish, but yeah, there's nothing a user can do right now to offset zone coverage. Like, that's just a thing that has to be programmed. All right, we didn't get locked out for anybody. We've always had pretty bad luck here in the portal, though, for the most part. But let's see. Players we haven't gotten yet. Ready for visits. Sort by interest. Hurtado. Schedule that visit for you. Sell you on coach prestige, even though it's not amazing. Bohannon. Gotta get him on playing style. Butte. Oh, God. Championship contender. Roche. Proximity to home. And next week for Berlin. Oh, God. Let's hope he cares about proximity to home. There's nothing else we can do this week. But yeah, fortunately, no way to fix that. Just like with this game, how it's had some issues that there were just nowhere to, no way for a user to fix it. You just had to hope they'd fix it at some point. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Imagine choosing Jack State over us. Now, look, I know they've been better than us, but imagine choosing them over us. Sell this guy on coach prestige. Have to sell you on coach prestige. And the final visit, proximity to home. And aside from that, all we can do is just kind of optimize guys at the top of the board. So Mr. Abute. Booty. What can we do for you on a hard sell? Get you on that. Get those extra points onto you. Mr. Speaks. Evan Speaks. Oh boy. Let's hope you care about contender status, buddy. Let's hope. Rudy, don't call me Nelly Furtado. Rudy, what do we got for you? Oh boy. For the best. Hope will hope. Mr. Bohannon. We got these points. We might as well optimize and try to lock these guys down. There we go. That should be a hell of a sell job on that guy, at least. Everything kind of lined up. George Ogbu. And again, we are lined up for a very important player positions time this offseason. Now that they've fixed the glitch for incoming players, so I imagine we're going to have to cut a fair amount of players because of the amount of people that we brought in. But this should be the time where we're able to get things back on track. Should. Final guy, Fabian Hicks. What we can do for you. Well, that works. All right, let's see how many of these guys we end up with. Hopefully a fair amount. Hopefully we're that much closer to getting Ball State back on track. We do get the quarterback, Isaiah Abute, out of New Lenox, Illinois. We also get defensive end Rudy Hurtado of Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Middle linebacker Donovan Bohannon of Mansfield, Ohio. Middle linebacker George Ogbu of Walled Lake, Michigan. So we got all but Speak, Sarosh, and Hicks. That's not bad. 4 out of 7. We'll take it. We will take it. So our draft class, we've been playing Madden. Our recruitment class ends up being, how many players in total? Looks like 20. How good are said players? At potential quarterbacks, Marcus Dwumfor, normal dev. Ute, impact dev. So Dwumfor is an athlete. There's a good chance he'll be playing another position. Normal dev for Kyrie Timms, Shaden Harmon, and D'Angelo Link. Okay. Mello Ringo, same thing. Tight end George Uwu, same thing. Oh man. Impact dev for Cedric Keogh. Star dev for Quincy Jones. He's a star maker. Now he's star dev himself. Shout out to Quincy Jones. Bless him. Bless him. And the normal dev for Tavon Wells. I still get a star dev out of it. Whoops. At guard, Tyree Ames. Defensive end, impact dev for Vaughn Mankins and Rudy Hurtado. Impact dev for DeMarco Brown. And then we also have Tony Beck. Linebacker, Dale Ricks. Jock Briggs. Donovan Bohannon. Is it possible to get elite dev on a 2-star? Haven't seen it yet. Only seen star dev so far. I'm pretty sure. No, wait. No, there was one elite. There was one elite. So yes, it is possible. We got him a bit too late, I think, through the portal. And he didn't pan out in time. But it is possible. So in theory, had he gone here instead of, like, say he transferred from Notre Dame, he might have been able to hit that potential, but he got held back through having to go through the portal eventually. Texas Tech, Oregon, NC State, the national champions USC, and Michigan. And up with the top 5 classes, we were down at 120. Again, we're still only allowed 2-star recruits, and we brought in 20 of them. But now, almost now at least, the fun will begin with trying to get this team in a position to actually win something. Please.